Hi there, everybody. I'm Sean Dooley from BirdLife Australia, the National Public Affairs Manager, and we're here to report back on the results of this year's Aussie Backyard Bird Count. We had 108,000 people count 4.6 million birds. And here to talk about those results, I'd like to introduce to you our Urban Birds Program Manager, Dr. Holly Parsons, who knows all things about birds in backyards. And we'll just have a quick look at the top 10. Can you basically talk us through the birds that we saw most often in our backyards?
Sure. Our top 10 birds are, very quintessential urban winners in our parks and gardens around Australia, and particularly along the coastline where the vast majority of us live. We're seeing bigger, bossier, crankier birds, parrots like your cockatoos and galahs, of course, silver gulls taking up residence around our parks and beaches. We saw the return of the Australian white ibis, or the in the top 10 this year as well, alongside a couple of birds, the house sparrow and the common or Indian myna. Of course, rainbow lorikeets took out the #1 spot again. Every year out, they've been the most common bird seen, and they're incredibly successful in urban spaces. They are loud, they are bossy, they are cranky, and they will fight for every resource that they can possibly get in really large spots.
And what is it about our Australia's city and suburban landscapes and the towns that suits the rainbow lorikeet? Why have they become so dominant?
Yeah, look, we've created a great space for them. We have lots of eucalypts, flowering sources of nectar. Hybrid grevilleas like robin gordons and moonlights, of course, produce copious amounts, again, of nectar that's great for them. And they can be a little bit flexible. You might see them eating seed, and there's even some meat-eating rainbow lorikeets getting out around as well.
Something to worry about. That's our new threat for 2021, carnivorous lorikeets.
That's right. They are hollow nesters, and so hollows tend to be in short supply in urban areas, but these guys are really great competitors, and so they just take whatever is available.
Right. And in terms of other birds, sort of bush birds, I noticed this year at BirdLife Australia we had a lot of inquiries post bushfires of people saying they were seeing more black cockatoos in their neighbourhoods and thought they might have been escapees from the bushfires, and we weren't sure if that was true. Has the backyard bird count shown any of that happening?
Yeah, look, we've certainly seen an increase in yellow-tailed black cockatoos in the Aussie Backyard Bird Count this year. And it's very likely due to them having to search wider areas for resources as their natural habitats are recovering. And so it's really important to know and to get out there and create great spaces in our urban habitats, because it can provide an important refuge for lots and lots of birds.
I guess it shows, I was really struck that was happening, that it really shows our cities, our urban areas, they're not disconnected from the rest of nature, are they?
Absolutely not. It's all part of one big ecosystem, and we've got a role to play in our urban spaces to provide great habitat to support as many birds as we can.
And so how can we do that? Like, that's the work that you do in the Urban Birds program. At the moment, we have the summer surveys for the birds in backyards, which has been going for many years. Can you tell us about that program and how people who, if you've enjoyed the Aussie Backyard Count, if you want to get involved in some more detailed sort of study that can help us work out how our urban birds are faring?
Sure. So the Birds in Backyards program has been running since 1999. It's all about the birds that live where people live and how individuals can make a difference and help and connect with their local bird life. And one of the ways you can do that is to take the great skills that you've built up in the Aussie Backyard Bird Count and jump on over to our Birds in Backyard surveys. Once a quarter, so once a season, we run our bird count. You count all the birds you see in your garden front or backyard, and tell us, as a little bit of an extra, what sort of habitat you have in that space. That helps us take a really detailed look at what birds are needing in our urban areas and how we can better provide those resources for them.
So the Aussie Bird Count is more like the snapshot, but this is more like a full oil painting where we get all the detail and try and work out what's really going on.
Absolutely. So we need people to help us create that masterpiece.
Okay, so I think it's time that people get out, enjoy the summer and get counting, and enjoy your birds and have a great new year. And thank you. You have a great new year too, Holly, and hopefully 2021 is filled with far less drama but a lot more birds.
Fingers crossed. Thanks very much, Sean.